to be here tonight, and especially among the little dogs, as I call the smaller cities like Fountain and Manitou. You know, we're fortunate because we can turn the ship quickly. You know, the major ocean liners have a big rudder, but there's this little piece of the rudder called the pilot rudder. And when it turns, the hydrology turns the big rudder. And that little guy is working all the time. And that's kind of the way we are. We have become kind of the pilot rudders, as all of you have as individuals, piloting your way towards sustainability. A little bit about Fountain. As you know, 23,000 agricultural community in its roots. And we are kind of the middle ground between Pueblo and Colorado Springs. We just had a good experience that I'm sure Dennis will mention, Eric did, regarding Fountain Creek watershed legislation. Senate Bill 141 created, and Dennis, our next speaker, is chairman of that group. And I see some members right here in the audience that participated. I see Annie. Lots of work went into that. And Fountain became kind of the tipping point of that in the sense of neutral ground. I developed this tagline that said, "Come to Fountain for hospitality and neutrality." Fountain, so I'm a utility director, I'm a water and energy guy, and it's my responsibility to serve parts of Security, Whitefield, and Fountain for their electricity, and of course the 23,000 citizens of Fountain for their water. So, on the electric side, we switched our power supply from Colorado Springs, which we've been through for many years, a good utility. But we saw the change coming, and we said we need to go where the wind is. Now, some of my staff say, yeah, they found Larry. He's got a lot of wind. But we have, with our power supply coming into Fountain today, I just checked, it was 14% renewable in nature. You know, that's the most in any Front Range city right now. Now, Fountain won't be able to sustain that leadership, but again, the tipping point applies. We can help because we can turn our ship quick. Our power comes from Mean and a municipal electric agency in Nebraska. Serves power to 200 cities in Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Wyoming, Kansas, and Colorado. And where is the best wind harvesting in the whole country? Our plains, our prairie, the Midwest. But guess what? The surprise to me, that I'm so thankful for, is it is not only the best in the country, it is among the best in the world, if not the best in the world. So we are building wind farms. We've got 7 under construction in Mean. I'm on the board, and I'm really pleased to see that. So we're gonna easily exceed the governor's challenge of 20% by 20. We're gonna be doubling that and then some. We're on the coattails of Fort Carson because, you know, we're across the street, across I-25. Now, Fort Carson is growing like crazy, so I've been putting a lot of time into supply issues, energy, water, and all those things. Water, we've had great success because of our agricultural roots. So now we have a population where, I always say, you know, you drive from Colorado Springs to Pueblo or vice versa. When you're coming up from Pueblo, you can't tell when you hit Fountain City limits. You don't see the green zone of Kentucky bluegrass. The reason is because we have one of the most aggressive xeriscape programs, kind of a well-kept secret that you'll be hearing more about. And because the home builders are going to cut their water use by 1/3 to every home under our policies. Our council and their leadership, is one of the first communities to pass low-impact development standards to follow. So we're not going to be sending the water to Fountain Creek that we were before these standards came. It's going to be going right into the water, right into the ground, right in the watershed. And I was part of our organization, our community helped Marcia Luper, our representative state representative, pass House Bill 1129, which is a participation harvesting and gray water pilot program. It's going to take place throughout the whole state in 10 districts, because you and I can't collect our own rainwater off our roof. And that just fucks the heck out of me. It's an editorial thing, right? You know, I say it's like our kids. How do I teach my kids to have allowance to manage money, right? Let's get into the water business ourselves on our own. So I'm a great water enthusiast. My vision is that we have a pipe coming out of every house for gray water, and we have a pipe coming for wastewater. And the two don't couple. We use the gray water in our neighborhoods. We treat it with ultraviolet right there locally, and then we irrigate it with it. And let the wastewater be treated accordingly. And let's cut it all down and reuse them locally. So we're becoming very green. We're a partner in Fort Carson Sustainability. We're having an event in Pueblo. We have a plan to go to all the communities in Fremont County, Pueblo County. We're working with Action 22, so we're broadening all of that out. Our vision in Fountain is that we want the soldiers to come off base when they live in Fountain to have the same experience that they have on base. And Fort Carson has, as you know, a very aggressive plan to bring up the best home base, the best hometown base in America. We're working on transportation together. You will see the first electric transportation, people movers, segways. We're looking at all that to talk between our communities and bring people back and forth. But we're going to be smart grid, as is Card Springs too. But we're going to be, next year, starting to install dashboards. We're going to give you a dashboard experience because, you know, we're like a Walmart store, and we say, come in to buy all the electricity you want. None of the prices are marked, and when you get ready to cash out, we'll tell you what you spent at the end of the month. I want to put that up front so people can make informed choices, and then you can see how they are spending their energy. Again, it's just like the water. Get in the business of all of that sustainability. So I'm excited about the smart grid, and we're looking now at our future saying, gosh, is Fort Carson going to be here or not? You know, our legislature just passed a bill 1317 that stops Pinyon Canyon, and many people would support that position. Fountain doesn't, or the military is supporting the community. And we could have worked out a sustainability answer in Fort Carson. We were well on the way to do that on Pinyon Canyon, to move things around and have win-wins and work it together, like Eric said, bring people together, talk it over, and have an approach towards it, because the farmers are right, the ranchers are right, they need to be taken care of, and there's a way to do that. We're working in water on the super ditch in the lower Arkansas Valley so that we can have them fallow parts of their land and send us their water during drought times, because they can't grow competitively in droughts anyhow. And so we're hoping all of that comes to fruition. So I want to close by saying, you know, I agree that we are at this point. We need to step up and individually take the action. We need to walk our talk. And so we put Fountain into the play, and we hope to be, in our humble way, a diamond in the rough and coming into our own age of sustainability. But you could always welcome, so come to Fountain for hospitality and neutrality. Thank you.